25th Annual Quarry Park Open. I am Ian Anderson, joined by England's own Richard Hatton. How are you doing today, Richard?
Yes, very good, thank you.
Yes,
Bright sunshine compared to last year.
Yeah, it's a little wet weather out there for the weekend, yeah?
It was. We had terrible flooding in the week running up, so this isn't the course today as you'd normally play at Quarry Park. We had to rejig a few things. And this first round is only 17 holes, unfortunately, because of that. But we may do.
We'll take what we get, Richard.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we are on to hole one now, the only par 4 of the day. Tell us about it.
So it's the playing from the black tees here. There's a few different course layouts at Quarry Park. The black tees, not particularly long. It's only 125 metres for a par 4, pretty short. But there is no real way to the basket from the tee. So it's turns into a 2-shot hole where you're trying to get a 70 to 90 metre shot off the tee with then a 40, 50 metre upshot.
Okay, and this is the course designer, owner?
This is course owner, yeah. So Derek Robbins on tee there. He's International Hall of Famer, Derek Robbins. He's basically been the lifeblood of British disc golf for 40-odd years. And Quarry Park is his baby. He bought the land, 30-odd years ago now. Has been running tournaments there ever since. And it's the reason so many of us here in the UK are playing disc golf because of that guy.
It is beautiful, man. That was Noah?
That was Noah Smithson, yeah. He was 14. He's one of our sponsored players, Disc Golf UK sponsored players. Fantastic little player, love his attitude. And yeah, he got onto the card here and later on in the year won the British Open at the age of 14.
Beautiful. There's Blythe out of Iceland.
Yes, yeah, back again. He's won this tournament before. He's a fantastic player, as you've seen before.
Yeah, he's been on coverage quite a bit.
And there is Tapani Aulu, who is the reason Tapani is on the card is he's had a big influence at Quarry Park. He had a hand in the design changes on the course that actually bought us the black course, and was a big influence sort of 10 years ago when he came over to stay. And it's a fantastic guy. He's the Finnish national director as well.
Oh, cool. Looking at our second shot right here, trying to get in position.
Yeah, that's James Luton, many times British champion.
Oh, nice. That's a tight gap there at the end.
It's a very tight gap, yeah. You want to position well. Where Derek is here is not a good place to be.
Is there a big hyzer play around the
There is. Yeah. For Dell, probably he wouldn't make it from there. It goes out over the road.
Gotcha.
The other guys on the card should be able to play that round the back.
Cool. So I know I put a little bit short left, possibly. There's Blythe. And the patent pending.
It's a tougher look from there than it looks, so he's done really well to get there. It's a tight gap.
Yeah, quite a bit of angle to make up there. We did sighting inbounds or out of bounds here?
Yes, yeah, the stream there plays through, and it's if you're in and across, you're out of bounds.
Gotcha. Decent forehand out right there from Tapani. Derek, looking for the birdie?
He's always looking for the birdie, Derek. He's known for his incredible short play. Dell.
Nice. I've heard his name for years. It's fun to actually see him play now. This is Tapani. Oh, wow.
Tapani has a lovely putt. He's absolutely superb putter.
James, looks to be about 20, 25 out.
Got to get him up.
Yep, you do. Got to give it a chance. Blythe. See if he can start his day off well. Buddy.
We had some swirling winds out there. But there's the excuse I'm making for them. I think it's coming over there. It's a strange one for Quarry Park. That it was the wrong direction, the wind.
Was it really? Oh, funny.
And yeah, it was coming over the right shoulder, which is a bit odd, so it was dropping them all down.
Looks like Tapani stayed in there. Everybody taking a 4. Yeah. Not a bad score on that one at all. And we're on to hole 2. Tell us about it.
So hole 2 used to be one of the easiest holes in the course. It's actually grown up a bit, and you'll see how guarded the green has become now. It's a fairly straightforward right-hand hyzer play, but you've got to make sure you get over those red bushes or get to this left side for an unobstructed putt. So you'll see some of them try to go a bit longer. Derek's probably going to try and sneak his way through the red bushes because, you know, course designer, love.
Right.
He always gets the love back from the trees that he planted. Everything you see here was planted by Derek.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah, it was all a farmer's field once upon a time.
No way.
And
wow.
It's all grown up with his vision. So these holes have not changed. This was the hole as it was laid out 30-odd years ago. So yeah, as you see, he's just snuck his way there, whoever putt.
Noah with a good rip here.
Come on, little skip as well.
Yeah, Noah can throw well, putts very well, but just has an incredible mental game.
That is rare for a young one.
Yeah, he puts us all to shame with how he goes about his rounds and
Nice.
thinks his way through things.
James done something pretty overstable right there. That hooked up in a hurry. And
Yeah,
Blythe.
probably he's misread the wind because normally it's a headwind on that hole, but I think it was more of a weird cross today.
Oh.
Almost dropping it in.
Iceland's finest, almost putting it in. Tapani? Is this going? Oh, yeah.
Tapani's very known for his forehand. He's got a superb forehand as an old javelin thrower once upon a time.
What an awesome statue right there.
Yeah, it's of Derek.
Is it?
The Wind Robbins.
Too cool. James leaving it a little bit short there. And you get some fun putts on this one, don't you?
Yeah, it's as I say, the green has got very guarded now. You've got to, once you're inside there, it's very straightforward, but anywhere outside, just stretching.
The course average just steadily drops throughout the years, I bet, huh? That was a good bid, but it's going to result in a par. Yeah, Derek, this should be good too.
Looking elderly as he gets down to a knee.
I'm starting to feel those feels.
If you see did you see Dell's left hand there as he was making that putt? He had that. You'll see it again and again. The distinctive zero shape that he makes there. That's actually the tournament logo because he's become known for it. He doesn't know why he does it. He's just always done it.
That's funny. Ah, buddy. I feel like you might have wanted to go to a knee there.
Yeah.
In retrospect.
When you're in that bit, you get down on the floor and putt up, not through.
Yep. Noah?
For the bird.
Oh my gosh.
That is brutal.
That was a lot of tickling. No love.
So the 14-year-old on his first filmed card, with some good players there. British Open, no, not British Open, Quarry Park Open. Getting a bit of love off James.
Oh man, that was great. He was even smiling walking off. Like that mental game is there for sure.
The mental game is there. He doesn't blow up. He just gets onto the next hole. He goes again, and I really admire it in him. He's a joy to watch out on the course.
Noah's like the English version of Blythe.
Yes. Yeah, they've actually done a bit of an exchange going backwards and forwards, stays at each other's houses.
Oh no way!
It's really, really nice community feel thing going on.
Cool. We're on to hole 3. Where are we going?
So this is the first real forehand lefty friendly hole. It's a tight gap. You're going down about 100 meters with the basket finishing the right there. If you overshoot, you can actually get down to a nasty rough and stream beyond. Most of the time, people will either go OB on the left is the biggest danger, or catching the trees on the right. Dell there with his trusty Comet.
Yeah, great shot by Derek. Oh, Noah? Just because he's playing for the par, huh?
Yeah, that probably his forehand now, a year on, he can get down there.
Gotcha.
Last year, probably wasn't quite making it.
That's a smart play for a 14-year-old.
As I say, he puts us all to shame.
He
thinks everything.
Yeah.
Thinks through every single shot he makes beforehand. He's writing notes for himself.
You love that. Looks like a KJ Naibo. He carries around. Oh, what a shot by Blythe.
I thought that was in. On
It
catch
was
cam
looking
there,
like
I
it.
was clenching, thinking I just filmed an ace.
Oh man, that would have been a good one. Oh, you weren't kidding about that forehand, man.
So there's the Tapani forehand.
That was
It's just
beautiful.
a casual flick, no run up
Yeah.
involved, and 110 meters.
Yeah, 340 feet.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful forehand, Tapani.
This looks to me Noah probably just laying up for his par. Maybe give it a half go at most. Well done.
Yep.
Yeah, he played his plan,
There's the Derek Robbins fingers there at the back.
Oh, he really does do that all the time. Is that like in the States? That's like a make you look thing. Is that the thing in England too? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
So like you make that sign and you like put it on your leg and you try to make people
I
look at it.
saw that. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
like-
big thing a couple of years ago, wasn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's for that reason. Maybe it is. Maybe he's just trolling us all. We didn't know.
Maybe Derek started it.
It could be. Trendsetter.
I believe it. Tapani coming back for the 2.
Circles, edges.
Yeah, buddy.
If you've ever played the Finnish putting game, JLYAL. I think it's the.
Oh,
on
I
Discover
read about
Course
it at
Review.
some point on some forum. Yeah.
He's had the record on that. I'm not sure if he still
Really?
holds it, but he definitely had it for a while.
Oh, that's a nice looking putt out of Blythe right there.
Yeah, and there's another great putter on the card.
Sure. Shaking off those early round jitters he had on hole 1. Giving that one a chance and made it work. James? This will be for a par, I believe, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think he'd gone for a rock shot off the tee, which can get down there, but those winds are tricky today, and he went a bit too high to get the carry. It's a good play, backhand going with the mid-range and just trying to get down there to give you a putt from the left-hand side.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. Blythe with that great backhand. Tapani showing off his forehand. Get some nice twos there. They're both sitting 1 down on the events as we head into hole 4. Where are we going on this one? This
is one of the temporary holes. This is actually on the blue, the red, and the beginner's course, but not on the black course that we'd normally play. We've had to put it in there today because of all the flooding. It's actually one of my favourite on the course. It's a fun little hole. Had a few aces out on this one. 57 metres. It's a lot more uphill than it looks. It goes down, then up. And it's just a fun hole to throw at, as you can see.
What?
From that, where again, 2 holes in a row. I thought I'd fooled Blythe acing for us, but
that one was just close to sticking. Oh, man. Tapani leaves it a little bit right, which this is, again, a pretty tight late gap you got to hit here.
Yeah, it's Derek's course. What he's known for is accuracy. He's not a big distance player. He never has been, but he is incredibly accurate. I've probably just cursed him before the shot. There's a trusty comment out of him again. But yeah, he's known through the world for that accuracy up to 80, 90 metre shots. He's just pinpoint. And so his course has grown up to reward that kind of play.
Dig it. Oh, no.
Yeah, shank that one a bit.
I wonder if he had a funny run up there, it looked like. I don't know.
Yeah, a bit stuttery.
Yeah.
The tee pad probably wasn't very well prepared, unfortunately, because this isn't one that should have been on the course. But yeah, so it can get a bit muddy with runoff off the field there. So you're a bit unsure of your footing.
Sure. Man, 187, but it's got some teeth.
Yeah, it's a fun hole there.
No, with a forehand pitch up. Looks to be a little short. Hopefully that's putting. Tapani.
You can see the steepness of it here. So there's more of a hill than the camera really shows you.
Sure. Yeah, it's really amazing how much the camera hides elevation.
It is one that you would expect to if you're out there, or expect to one if you're Blythe.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's certainly one if you miss this and if you get a 4 in it, you're really upset with yourself.
Yeah.
As it should be a 2 on the course. The net that you see behind is normally the driving net. So it's the warm-up drive and practice area there. Clubhouse is over to the right.
We got Blythe and Derek with some beautiful birdies there. Almost got the one, Blythe. He's shaking it off as he walks off. I feel you, buddy. Looks like he's still leading the crew with that 2 down. Tapani and Derek sitting just 1 back as we head into 5.
Helensmeyer, the classic backhand hole, or is it? There's a good story here between someone that should have actually been on this card, John Tweed, who was unfortunately ill before the event. He's one of our sponsor players. And Derek, they came up to this hole many years ago. And Tweed used to throw a lot of thumbers and told Derek as he came up to it, it was definitely a thumbers hole because he kept on birdieing it. And Dell just laughed at him, his course. It's a backhand hole. So the bet came out, whoever got closer off the tee would get to name forevermore whether it was a backhand or a thumber hole. So Derek, being Derek, gets his game face on, chucks his destroyer right under the basket, probably like he's about to do here, pins it, turns around to Tweedy. It's a backhand hole, Tweed. So Tweed gets his Arobi Epic out, which you've probably not seen one of those around for a while, throws it on a thumber, down the line of the hedge there that Tapani's just thrown over. It flips, glides, comes out, smashes into the middle of the chains for the ace. So forevermore, hole 5 at Quarry Park is a thumber hole.
Love it.
Don't let anyone ever tell you different. Yeah,
it's a little wide here. Ooh, looks rough over there, sir.
There's a very rough area of reeds out the back. There's a stream that runs down the middle of this hole, and there's OB on the left. So Noah's is my preferred play there, straight down at it. He's not liking that, but
yeah, she need a little more sauce on that one. But oh, that's a good little reaction.
Over beyond those bushes, you're out of bounds. So he probably thought it was OB.
Gotcha. That was going in.
Where James has found the problem there is if you go for the hyzer route around the back and you don't get enough hyzer on it, you get
You're
into
in.
this rubbish at the back.
Looks like Tapani's got a look.
Tapani's always
Oh.
got a look, wherever he is.
Does, man. He is zipping it. Noah, this would be a great putt to get here. Get his round going. Come back from that 4 on the last one. Oh, buddy.
It's just no nerves. Absolutely fantastic seeing it.
That was no gimme uphill. Had some decent distance on it. Oh, turbo putter.
The old turbo. This comes out. Everybody always thinks it's Derek showing off, but it's actually when he's nervous.
Really?
It's the only time you'll see it. When he's got nerves going, the turbo putt comes out. When he doesn't trust his putt.
Huh.
You don't often see him miss them, though. That's the worst bit. He normally
He does them upside
puts
down,
them.
too.
Yeah. It just you'll see it when he's suddenly, for whatever reason, got a bit worried about his normal putt. He'll go to that turbo. And
Funny.
he's normally incredibly accurate with it.
Have you seen that Scott Stokely video on throwing turbo putts?
No?
With the, do you know who Scott
Yes,
Stokely is?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So he made a video about how to grip a turbo putt, which totally changed how I do them. He
Right.
puts one finger inside the rim.
One finger inside the rim.
So, yeah, so two. He
can't
holds
even
it
imagine
right side
that.
up. Yeah, two
Right.
fingers on the outside and like your middle finger on the inside, pushing out on the rim. And you can
Okay.
get crazy like stability. It's like a really nice grip. You can.
Yeah, so you've got a bit of spin coming out of that.
Yeah,
off
yeah.
that thing. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, random. Hole 6. Where we go, Richard?
So hole 6, this is again off the old blue course. It shouldn't be on the black course. The black course would actually play to a long basket for a par 4. This is there's 2 routes. You can go straight where the camera's gone here, which has the risk of the OB on the left, or you can go to the right-hand side of the tree.
Oh no.
That Blythe has attempted there and got horribly wrong.
That he did.
He is unfortunately out of bounds there because you've got to get
Is he
over
really?
the stream onto that bank that you can see to be in bounds.
Gotcha. Looks
Derek
like
was
Derek.
also at risk there.
A little short left. Tapani. This looks nice.
So I've seen him pop it on top of that basket a few times before, many years ago with a T-bird. I think he did it 2 rounds in a row.
He's probably not throwing T-birds anymore. Is he
No,
Prodigy
he's
sponsored?
Prodigy sponsored. Yeah, I should
Nice.
get that out there, shouldn't I? Yes, Prodigy Europe.
He and Seppo must be friends.
Yes, yeah, well, everybody's friends with Tapani. He's one of those guys.
Nice. James, bit of a shank there. Looking at Blythe, throwing 3 after the OB drive.
Yeah, to the drop zone.
Yeah. That's a longer putt than he probably wanted for a 4.
It's a tough place to be in that red bush. It's going to make him bend a bit.
It's a nice little touch forehand he's got.
Yeah, his background is frisbee, so he's one of these. He's old ultimate player, old freestyle player. He's got a bit of everything, so he can.
Nice.
There's not a shot that he can't throw. He just doesn't throw them that far. He just does them really accurately instead.
There you go. Noah?
He's got rid of that weird little stutter run up.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, I'd forgotten he used to do that.
Funny. Tapani is to be a great 2 to get here. I believe a stroke on the card. God, what a beautiful piece of property.
Hey, it's gorgeous. It's one of the happy places.
Right. Get it, dude.
It's in.
Nice
Yeah, what you
putt.
see behind there is the River Avon, which normally is a fantastic feature to have on the course, unless you've got 2 weeks of heavy rain in the run-up, and then you can see the aftermath of
Oh, no.
all of this was pretty much underwater 2 or 3 days before.
Really?
Not quite up to this height, but most of the valley down there was.
Wow.
It was horrible.
Blythe, this is going to be to save a 4. Stop the bleeding. Little tourniquet putt. Oh, good one. Noah coming back, I believe, for a par. Solid.
Putting with his trusty Ricos.
What
Another
is it?
Castoplast lover, a Rico.
Oh, cool.
Rico 3.
My buddy Zach knows
K3.
the CACs a lot.
Yeah, Castoplast has suddenly taken off over here. There's been a couple of people that really promoted it, and a lot of Casta love going on.
Very cool.
Very nice discs they make, to be fair to them.
Do they make the Berg? Is that them?
Yes, Berg's one of theirs. Yeah,
The brick.
as it's otherwise known.
There you go. Tapani with a stroke on the card and 2 on Blythe. And Derek, he has tied Blythe for the lead there with that 2 down as we head into 7.
So as you can see, there was a bit of water around when the drone footage was done.
You don't say.
For this round, we actually played it's normally a 90-odd metre hole, but we put down a temporary tee a lot further in. So I think it's saying 89 metres there, but it was actually about 60.
Okay.
For, 200-foot hole or so. Playing up quite a steep bank to the left. It's a shame because oblong of left is normally a beautiful hole to shape shots on, because it's asking you to S-curve it from the back tee, so you can really show off your shot shaping skills on it. Whereas now it's a bit of a easy hyzer.
A dumpy hyzer, yeah.
Yeah.
As Noah and Tapani are showing you. Hopefully James can keep pace. That looks good.
Yeah, that should be up there.
Yeah.
I was hiding in the bushes behind. Not in a very comfortable place back there.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully Blythe can keep the potential star frame going.
Ooh, sawed it off a bit.
Little sod. Oh, wow. Good reaction, though.
That's previous champion Love from the course right there.
Did he win the 24th?
I think it was 24th. Might have even been 23rd. Don't know. He's been coming for the last couple of years since he was 13. And just the little phenom that you saw out a couple of years ago over in Iceland. He's
Derek.
He's got a lot going for him, old Blythe.
Yeah, he does. Got the whole country behind him, you know?
Mm. Lovely kid as well. I say
Yeah.
kid, I mean, what is he, 16, 17 now still. He doesn't look like it anymore, but he's still young. He's just really friendly, lots of time for his card mates, and they all have on this card. It was a really, really friendly card.
They really looked like it.
So it was slow going out there on the course because we had only 17 holes in play, but a full field of 90. So we really had some squeezes here, which pushed everything out, and the weather was not being nice to us.
No.
Howling winds and rain showers suddenly scattering through, and yeah.
In June or July?
In June. It's British weather. This is why we talk about the weather as a nation, because it's always rubbish.
Love it, man. All right. Hole 8 kind of feels like, what was it, hole 3 or 4?
Yeah, this is downhill,
but the opposite.
With the river behind, River Ride. This is one of the iconic holes on the course. Tight, you just got to throw straight. This is a Derek hole. He used to always throw his magnets on this. Now he's gone up to a Comet, but it's got to be straight all the way down. You can see a bit of fade there from Tapani, but he should be fine.
Yeah, look, he got far enough down there.
Thick rough, right and left. You don't want to be right or left, and you don't want to hit this hedge early, which many, many people do.
Oh, no. Noah? Asking for some right. Did it work? Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't think he's got away with that one.
I don't think so either.
Ooh. He's throwing one of our Barons there. That's one of the Disc Golf UK British-made discs. I didn't know he was throwing that. He's actually done a little bit of love for the camera. Yes, yeah, we're launching them over in the States. Their Infinite Disc will be having them from about early June.
No way.
Plus a few others.
Very cool.
Yeah, they've for the last year we started making them.
Awesome.
That's the putter mould that's been getting a lot of love. So it's nice for him to show it off the camera. I have to go and pay him his $5 for that.
Appearance fees, they're a thing.
Absolutely.
There's Blythe. Oh. Little putt.
So you can see it opens up there around the basket. So if you just get past that and dump it out. There's his Comet again. You've seen this a lot.
Yeah. I bet
Dead
Comet.
straight.
They're a great disc, man.
Oh, he's the ultimate Comet thrower, him and Michael Jansen.
There you go.
It's almost like he designed it.
When he gets the Comet in hand, you know it's going where he wants it to.
It sure did, didn't it? Well done. Let's see if Noah can find his disc. Oh, not too bad. Didn't get too deep, but this is an interesting out he's got here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got more than he actually has. It's a tough shot out from there. So those bushes really encroaching the fairway.
Yeah.
So he's done well.
This looks like Tapani.
Not his greatest forehand. But there's the risk of going at it there because the river's only, 30 foot behind the basket. So you could always have a disaster moment.
I feel like forehand putts, if you go for it, they either go in or they go 50 long.
Mine do.
I do not have good pace on my forehand.
Oh,
no, buddy.
Robbed.
I got all the things and then nothing. Oh, brutal. Noah? Good par save out of him.
Yeah. Going through his full routine, not let himself get phased. It's good to see.
Yeah.
We do on casual rounds. Mock him a bit for it, but he still carries on, and he doesn't let the people twice his age get in his head. We're only trying to get in his head because he's beating us all the time.
I know, man. I wish I was only twice his age.
Yeah, well, almost 3 times his age.
I know, we're getting close, aren't we? Talking about how bad that basket was for not catching Blythe's putt. Oh, man. But Derek there getting a stroke on the card on a very Derek hole, as you mentioned.
It is. The classic Derek.
On to
So
nine.
into the woods. These are part of the black course, which was sort of the changes inspired by Tapani when he came along all those years ago. This was one that I'd been saying to Derek was there for many years. It is tight. I'm still on at him to try and take out that tree on the right as we're going past it, and a couple more. We actually had to move the basket here because where it normally is flooded, so it's slightly shorter today. It's probably about 75, 80 metres. It normally hooks around a little bit to the left there. It's a lovely hole in the sunshine when the grass is up. When there's been floods all over it for the last couple of weeks, it's not quite as pretty. So all of this was underwater to the height of the basket just 2 days before. Yeah, it needs a bit of opening up still, but Derek doesn't think so because he does this.
Yeah, when you can do that, hey, maybe tighter. Maybe tighter works.
This is it. But for me, it needs to
great.
open up a bit still. One day he will listen to me.
I can't get over the fact this was a field before.
Yes,
He
all
did
these
his thing.
trees that you're seeing here are all planted. They weren't holes in there originally. The 2 normal holes played around the outside of these. And they just gave a bit of OB features originally.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
That is.
That would be a superb shot for the normal basket, but it highs it out a bit too much for this one.
Gotcha. Oh, no. Did that get through? I think
Might
he
have got
got through a
lucky.
little bit.
You're
Better than
normally
he
in some
deserved, probably.
trouble there on the right-hand side because there's some horrible dogwood, which is really thick. Oh, my.
Blythe with a rip.
Now that is the way to play the hole.
Beautiful hyzer flip right there. So James, he got
he's-
decently far.
He's lucky. The stuff behind him there, the dogwood, is brutal if you're in there deep.
It looks like
Yeah,
it.
be
I will
right
take
from
your
there.
word for it. Oh.
So you can see where the water still is. There should be a hole playing back through the woods there, but we had to cut that one because of all of that. And then there's another one playing back the other way, which we also had to cut, which are 2 of the better holes in the course.
Oh, dang.
Par 4 and the classic hole 11, which is a superb hole. But
Are they back for
unfortunately-
round 3? Or
No, they are not back at all weekend. They were under flood the whole time, unfortunately,
Oh,
which was
dang.
a crying shame. But yeah, it all looked so good in sunny February when we were planning it, and then June when it should be the best. Underwater.
Just England things.
Yeah, very much so. Our green and
I swear-
pleasant land.
I always get rated on a Beaver State Fling in Portland in June. I think it's just a thing. I don't know what it is. Oh, James.
I think they have very similar climate to us there, don't they? Of just
I think-
rain
Yep.
all the time.
Exactly. That's where I grew up. There's Blythe. That's a good birdie right there.
Very good. That was a hell of a shot off the tee.
Definitely. There's James cleaning up his 4, which probably to be expected after that drive.
Yeah, it can get you this hole. If you start chasing it, it can really bite you. So you'll see some 6s, 7s, and even 8s out there. If you don't get past the ride on that first shot, so quite a few people land behind where James was, it just gets into your head and you start chasing it and hit every tree on the way up the fairway, and you see some really good players just fall apart on it.
I could definitely see that happening. There we are after 9. Blythe leading the crew by 1 over to Pani. Noah and Derek got some great rounds going, and James sitting even, not bad at all. Some fun golf there. That is all we got for part 1. Richard, thanks a ton.
No problem at all. I'll see you at part 2.
We'll catch you guys there. Thanks for watching.